क्या आप अपना करियर आईटी सेक्टर में बनाना चाहते हैं? क्या आप टॉप आईटी एमएनसीज में जॉब कर रहे हैं बट सैलरी मार्केट स्टैंडर्ड की नहीं मिल रही है? तो पेश है क्लाउड डेवॉप्स हब ट्रेनिंग एंड प्लेसमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट, एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म जहां हम देंगे आपको A to Z कंप्लीट आईटी डेवलपमेंट प्लस ऑपरेशंस प्लस 100% प्लेसमेंट असिस्टेंस प्रोफेशनल्स आईटी एक्सपर्ट्स के द्वारा जो कि 15 प्लस इयर्स एक्सपीरियंस्ड है। यहाँ पर आपको रियल आईटी कंपनी का नॉलेज मिलेगा, प्राइमरीली ऑन AWS क्लाउड एंड टॉप 10 डेवॉप्स टूल्स और क्लाउड प्रोफाइल में बिना कोडिंग के, जिसकी फ्यूचर और मार्केट में बहुत डिमांड और सैलरी है, जो आपको बेस्ट आईटी कंपनी में बेस्ट प्रोफाइल में अपना करियर बनाने में मदद करेगा और जहां आपको मिलेगा 24/7 कम्युनिटी सपोर्ट बाय 50,000 प्लस प्रोफेशनल्स इंस्ट्रक्टर, लाइव LED ट्रेनिंग के साथ लाइफ टाइम एक्सेस टू क्लास ट्रेनिंग रिकॉर्डिंग्स, डॉक्यूमेंट्स विथ लाइव प्रोजेक्ट टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स फॉर डेवऑप्स एक्टिविटी, ट्रेनिंग सर्टिफिकेशन, इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन एंड रिज्यूम मेकिंग। आप हमारी वेबसाइट www.clouddevopshub.com पर जाकर न्यू बैचेस की इंफॉर्मेशन भी ले सकते हैं और साथ ही लाइव ऑनलाइन डे वाइज डिटेल्ड सिलेबस भी चेक कर सकते हैं, जिसमें आप हमारे कोर्स के सारे मॉडल्स की डिटेल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन चेक कर सकते हैं कि आपको कौन सा मॉडल किस डेट को पढ़ाया जाएगा। इतना ही नहीं, आप हमारे YouTube चैनल @CloudDevOpsHub पर जाकर सक्सेस स्टोरीज, स्टूडेंट्स टॉक्स, डे वाइज लाइव सेशंस, रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स के वीडियोस भी देख सकते हैं। हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट से पढ़े हुए स्टूडेंट्स मल्टीपल ऑफर्स लेकर आज टॉप मोस्ट आईटी कंपनीज में अच्छे पैकेजेस में जॉब कर रहे हैं। सो व्हाट आर यू वेटिंग फॉर? अपने करियर को एक नई पहचान देने के लिए आज ही क्लाउड डेवॉप्स हब पर रजिस्टर करें। क्लाउड डेवॉप्स हब, visit www.clouddevopshub.com. WhatsApp 9993445100.
Hello everyone and good morning. This is Sunday, and as you guys knows, as soon as our batch will get start after 30 days, we are doing the what we can say presentation for our student. This is what we have a tracking sheet where my student will give the presentation or they are giving the presentation on the particular topic. And this is why we are doing this part, because the reason is as soon as they learn something with me or their previous experience, they will present in front of everyone. This is the agenda for the today's. And before that, guys, I hope you guys are aware that you guys have given the feedback to me. Guys, you are aware that I asked the feedback form, or can
Yes,
you give the feedback, right? You all have given the feedback to me. Let me show what exactly you did for the batch 28. Okay. You can see that this is the form. Okay, you have to fill your name or work with batch number and how's your trainer. Are you happy with that? You are satisfied with me with the learning or not? Okay, like that you have to fill a lot of things like teaching approach, how is my communication, how I'm professional with you, how the topics has been explained, how I'm active, disciplined, friendly, and lot of different options that you can rate me. Okay, and my student, around 10 students from the batch 28 has already rated. I will show that rating also, no worries. And you have rated the modules also, that in every module, like module 1, module 2, module 3, what exactly these are? These are the from the syllabus that which we have already completed. Okay, so based on that, you have made the rating also that you are satisfied with this topic or not, means how much extra you have learned it, and lot of different varieties. Let me show you the responses. Okay, that these are my student who has already filled this part. Okay, and Bhushan has filled it, and Haji, Sindhu, Mithun filled 2 times, so his name is coming 2 times. Okay, Nivya and everyone. Okay, everyone you have filled it here. And this is the response only from the batch 28 and how you have rated me. Okay. For my teaching approach, out of 10, 9% has mentioned that it is very satisfied. 1% has mentioned it unsatisfied by mistaken. Okay. He was thinking one is good and five is bad. Okay. Like that. Okay. That's why he missed it and he filled 1% only has filled it that he's not satisfied. I talked with him. Why? What happened? Are you not happy with that? So he told it, no, sir, everything was good. By mistaken, he filled it. Okay. But we can't change it if he has filled it. Okay. So out of every student, you can see teaching approach is very much satisfied. Communication with the student, people are very satisfied. Professional, topic explained, active, disciplined, friendly, helpful, and every different perspective of the trainer. You have seen that students are very, very satisfied with all these terms. Okay. Learning module, in the learning module, you can see 9 students are very much satisfied with the DevOps theory. 8 students are very much satisfied with the Linux, and 1 student says that he is satisfied. Okay. And this is the same person, he did the mistake everywhere. Okay. And I can't do anything, right? And you can see that Linux is very satisfied. Again, people are, means in every module, students are very satisfied with all this learning. Okay. And the next topic was all the questions has been answered, has been provided. Everyone is saying that yes, all the answers, whatever they have asked, has been provided to them. Okay. Wherever he asked me into one-to-one, he asked me into the WhatsApp group, he asked me into the classroom. I feel I have given all the answers. If still any question is open, you haven't get an answer, you can let me know. I will give it to you. Okay. You don't have to worry. And are you learning interesting or learning every day into the class? 100% students are telling that yes, they are learning every day. Plus, what is that? Rate your class timing punctual. We are very punctual. We never late in the last 30 or 40 days. Okay. Our class never late with any of the reason. It's very punctual. We start on the very right time. Okay. And student has some feedbacks also. Nothing, all good. You make the things to understand and keeping the communication open, creating a positive learning environment. Yes, you are getting a positive learning environment here. Okay. Looks good, all good. Okay. And do you want to refer your friends? Yes, the students are telling that they will refer the friends. Okay. Looks good. Plus, guys, you want to see that in the last 15 days or last 1 month, how many offers we get again. Okay. Let's start with the batch 28 itself. Okay. Sarika got placed in one of the big MNC. She will public into the group as well. Let's wait for 1 or 2 days. Okay. She's waiting for the offer letter actually. Okay. So I told that let's wait for the offer. Let's get the offer letter, then public into the WhatsApp group as well. Okay. The name is Sarika. Plus, you can see that some couple of days only, Abhishek, he joined TCS. Okay. He joined TCS on 11th of January itself. Okay. Means now I'm in TCS. I joined as a cloud tester. He joined as a cloud tester when he informed me 1 or 2 days back only. Okay. Cool. And you can see that let's go to the batch 27 again. Okay. Batch hyphen 27. And what is the situation in the batch 27 at this point? Let me search with the congratulations. Okay. CONGRA. Yep. Okay. Meghna got selected. Where she got selected? Where is that information? I got selected in the Fidelity as a DevOps engineer. Okay. Means she got a job into the Fidelity. 1 point. Okay.
Fidelity best company, sir.
Huh? Is the best company?
Fidelity.
Yes, it's a very good company, and she get a very, very good package also. Okay, as a DevOps engineer. Plus, you can see that one more person, Utkarsh. Okay, he joined as a senior DevOps engineer. He attended only 3 interviews, and out of that, he get a 2 offer. One from KPMG and another from the TCS. Like that means students are getting joining. Okay, nowadays the joinings are also coming, and they are joining into the big MNCs as well. Okay. And this thing will happen very soon in batch 28 as well. I already told you that one offer already came. Within 1 or 2 days, you will see the offer into the batch 28 as well. Okay. And some students are getting certified also. ZESHN, my one of the student. What is the name? ZIS Zishan. Okay. Batch 26 student. He got clear the certification exam as well. Yeah. See, he's certified into the AWS Solution Architect as well. Okay. So like that, students are writing the exam, he is getting certified as well. So what I want, I will encourage you, I will give you whatever you want, and you will also get certified as well if you will write the exam. So like that, these things are happening in the last 15-20 days. Okay, cool. And he posted into the group also that he got certified, and I achieved planning long back. Thanks Vikas for teaching AWS and DevOps. Many certification will come. He want to write some more. Okay, and definitely he will do it. Okay, so this is from the batch 26, and soon all these things will get started in the batch 28 as well, because we haven't started yet, but offer already came. Okay, cool. This is what, and let's come to our agenda. We have Tanushri here, right? Tanushri, are you ready?
Yes, sir, ready.
Cool. I'm giving you the access to share your screen, and please do it. Yep.
Okay.
Tanushri, it will be good if you will switch on the camera as well.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yep, Tanushri, we are able to see you.
Okay.
You can share your screen as well. And your topic is AWS 5 services. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you want, you can choose it. Okay, go ahead.
Just a minute, sir.
Yep.
Okay. Shall I start?
Yep, definitely. We are waiting for you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Tanushri. So today's presentation is based on the AWS different services. So agenda of doing this presentation is learning on different AWS services, like we have EC2 instance, EBS, ELB, IAM, and so on. So mainly I have taken these 4 instances. So sorry, 4 resources. So first one is EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, and EBS is Elastic Block Storage. Elastic Load Balancer is ELB, and Identity Access Management is a IAM user. So let's come to the first, let's go to the AWS in Brave. So what is AWS? AWS is nothing but a web service subsidiary of Amazon, providing on-demand cloud computing resources or services on platform. So they provide a services, servers, and resources on cloud. So what is this cloud computing means? Cloud computing is nothing but like where we can manage all application end to end. That is what cloud computing means. So mainly we have taken Amazon because it's a very good and widely used platform. So that's why we have taken this Amazon Web Services. Like we have different services like Azure, we have Google Cloud, we have, and this same thing like AWS. So AWS is a very good and highly used cloud platform. So we have taken AWS. So let's come to this in depth of this AWS. Like it will provide a cloud-based products, like including compute storage, the database, analytics, networks, management tools, and so on. These are all the products they have included in this AWS. So let's come to the resources. First one is EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. This will provide a scalable computing capacity in the AWS and provide secure, resizable compute capacity in the cloud. Like it is used to create and run a virtual machine in the cloud. Mainly it is used to create and run the virtual machine in the cloud. And it is a virtual server in Amazon EC2 for running an instance, for an running application on the AWS infrastructure. We use this EC2 instance. And we have our instance states, like we have a start state, stop state, and and so different states we have. Like when we start the instance, that will be in a start state. When the virtual machine will be started, it will be in a start state. And when we have to stop that virtual machine is like when we will press the stop state, it will be like we can stop that instance, or we can we have one more option like terminate, means it will delete that instance. And if you want that backup of that instance, it will be like visible for 15 to 20 minutes. If you want to take anything like external IP, internal IP, we can take that. These are all the instance states. This is a EBS, Elastic Block Storage. I'll go to the practical and I will explain in detail. So Elastic Block Storage provides a block level storage volume for use with EC2. Like we can now mount this volume based on based on our requirement. If you want more storage or more CPU, more CPU, capacity, we can mount this as per our requirement. So it will be in a EC2 instance section, like dashboard itself. This is a snapshot, like in Elastic Block Storage, we have volume and a snapshot. Like volume for, if you like, as I told you, if you want to increase the size of the CPU or a RAM memory, we can mount as per our requirement. Snapshot, like if you want to take backup of that data, we can use that snapshot. This is the snapshot of this Elastic Block Storage snapshot. Coming to this ELB, Elastic Load Balancer, is nothing but distributing load across the machine. It will balance the traffic coming from the internet. Like it will automatically distribute incoming application traffics across multiple targets, like multiple targets and virtual appliances in one or more availability zones. Like it is capable of handling rapid changes in the network traffic tools. And ELB supports different, we have different 4 types of ELBs, like application ELB, and we have network ELB, gateway ELB, and classic load balancer. Mainly we have used classic load balancer. This is the IAM, like identity and access management. Like this will manage us access to the AWS resources, like help you securely control access to AWS resources. Like we can specify who or what can access servers or services in the resource in AWS. We can give the authority and authentication to them, like authority in the sense like who has all the permission to access that, and authentication means who has just signed in. We have both the options in IAM user. We can control who is authenticated and who is authorized in this. So this is the snapshot of the IAM user. Like I have created myself, IAM user name, Tanushri. Batch group is a batch 28 I have given. This is the snapshot. Now I'll go to the practical.
Yep.
This is the dashboard of AWS. So first, let me create a EC2 instance, like creating virtual machine. So go to this EC2 dashboard, and here we have our instances. Let's create an instance. Let's launch. So I'm gonna create the EC2 instance, like virtual machine for the Linux operating system. So give a name, instance name. I have taken Linux operating system. As I'm using a free trial architecture, like it will be, it has been taken a default one, free trial eligibility, and key value pair. If you want, we can give anything. New key value pair. I have already have a dev batch, so I have chosen this key value pair. And as I already told you, Elastic Block Storage, configure storage. If you want to add more storage, means like more capacity for the CPU and the RAM, we can increase it by add new volume. So if we had this, we can have one more, like 8 GB of this and GP3 of, see here we have EBS volume. So if you want, we can add, and if you don't want, we can remove also. That will be stored in the Elastic Block Storage section. And then we can launch it. Before that, we need to give a permission for the traffic. Let me give. And let's launch the instance. So it's creating a virtual machine. Yes, it is successfully created. So now let's go inside this, inside the created virtual machine. in instance state, it is in a pending state. It is not yet completed yet, so it will be in a pending state. If it is completed, it will be in a running state. Yes, now it is in a running state. So let's connect this to the virtual machine. So select this created instance and go to this connect. And let's connect. Yes, this has been connected. You can see the public IP and the private IP for this created EC2 instance.
Look like your internet is little bit slow.
Yeah.
No worries, no worries. It's okay. It happened. You can go open the IAM tab, or if you want to explain the IAM also, you can. Or load balancer, you can.
Yes.
You can open a new tab and you can do it.
So elastic block storage will be in this section. So like if you want, as I told you, if you want to add more volume to that, we can add. As I already, as I didn't added any volume to that virtual machine, it is not appeared here. If I had it there, it will be in this section. And if you want to take the snapshot of that, we can take it. That will be appear in this snapshot section. Okay, so now let's go to this elastic load balancer. Yes.
Press enter. Yeah. Now.
Yeah. So this is the virtual machine that we have created by using this Elastic Compute Cloud resource. So now let's it is starting, it will be in a EC2 user. So if you want to become a root user, we need to use this command sudo -i for the root user. Yes, so like a root user has all the permission to do everything. So because of that, we will change the particular user to the root user. And then let's update the machine and let's install the NGINX. That is a web server. We are using NGINX. So let's update this. My system is very slow.
Yeah, it's okay. No worries.
So yeah, let's create an elastic load balancer. So that is also in this EC2 instance a dashboard itself. So go to that EC2 instance and you will get a load balancing section. So let's create a load balancer for this. we are creating a load balancer for that EC2 instance itself. So create a load balancer. As I already explained, we have 4 different load balancer, that is application load balancer, network load balancer, gateway load balancer, and the last one is a classic load balancer. Classic load balancer. We usually use this load balancer for creating or launching the web servers. So let's choose this.
Okay.
Go inside this create option. Yes. So we need to give a load balancer name. And then go to the security. Security, we have one is a default one. We need to choose that default option. And another, we need to use the created virtual machine, created EC2 instance. So this is the created virtual machine. EFE4.
No, Tanushri, you have to choose the security. Okay, you can do it, but you have to choose, you have to see the security group of this virtual machine. Okay.
This one?
Yeah. Check the security group of this virtual machine and choose the same one. Yep, come a little bit down. Yep, correct. 26. Okay, or DDF.
Yeah.
Choose the same one.
26. Wizard.
Yeah, correct. Or DDF, correct. Yes.
We have to choose the Elastic Cloud Computing, that is a created virtual machine, and also the default one. Next, we need to go to the health check. Health check is like it's nothing but it will your load balancer will automatically perform health checks on your EC2 instance. Like it will check whether all the applications is working properly or not, like that. And let's add a EC2 instance that we have created, that is a Tanu EC2. And next, if you want to add, we can add a tag like product value. Anything we can add for this tag.
You have given ulta, environment equal to prod. Okay. Prod which is nothing. Okay. That's okay. But environment equal to prod. Yeah. Yes. This is question key and this is answer is prod. Yes.
So let's review and create this Elastic Load Balancer. It is successfully created. Let's go inside this created LB. So let's create this EC2 instance virtual machine properly. So we have updated the machine. So yeah, it has given no packages marked for the update. So let's install the NGINX. NGINX, it's a web server.
Tanushri, type the command now.
Yeah, I typed, sir.
It
got tagged, I think.
Okay. You are using HDD in your laptop?
No.
This is it's not SSD. Okay. In your personal laptop. This is your personal laptop, right?
Yeah, personal laptop.
Let's upgrade it little bit from HDD to SDD. Okay, it will charge you 2000 rupees and your laptop will be very, very good. Okay.
Okay.
Just give the command. Okay, we will understand. What's the command?
Command is yum install nginx. To install a web server nginx, we use that yum install nginx command.
Correct. Okay. And then we have to check the services are up or not, right?
Yes.
Okay. And if the services are up, it will be up into the browser as well. Correct. And
Yeah.
we will get the load balancer load balancer URL also. Click on that. Yes.
Sorry.
Click on the load balancer URL. You will get a load balancer URL as well.
Where, sir?
Just click on the Tanu LB name. Yes.
Yeah.
On that. Yep. And
Yes.
the URL is came. The DNS name is already came. Okay.
Yes, this is the DNS.
You can pass this DNS to us.
Yeah.
And let's Manas us to present. Okay. And you can do the backend setting. And at the end, you can come back again. Is that fine?
Okay. Okay.
We'll give you 5-10 minutes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very good presentation, Tanu. Okay. And it's really good that you have learned the things. Okay. Cool.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Hey, Manas, you are here?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Manas, it's your time. What's your presentation topic? And please explain to everyone.
Yes.
Tanushri, you can stop the screen.
Okay, sir.
So that Manas can present it. Yes, Manas, we are able to see you. You can share your screen as well. There is a fifth option for screen share.
Yes, got it, sir.
Good, good, good.
No, the thing is, I was on last page, so I have to come to first page, no?
Okay, okay, yes.
Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to present 5 Linux command that is used for FTP and SFTP account creation. Like here, we learn account creation, account extension, and these all things. So first of all, I would like to say what is FTP and what is SFTP. FTP is file transfer protocol and SFTP is secure file transfer protocol. FTP, where we can use is in my company, we are using FTP in internal for internal purpose. And SFTP we are using for customers. Like some customer needs some they want to run some they want to take our application, but they want some customize. So in that case, they will send that all data through this SFTP account, and like we can make that changes and we can run their application. Correct, sir?
Correct, yes, go ahead. Yes, yes.
Okay. For FTP account, we are using port 21, and for SFTP account, we are using port 22. And like first of all, to create any FTP account or SFTP account, there will be some prerequisites like the DC location and the account name and and password and like requester name. These all are like as per our company policy. There are some prerequisites. I'm not going on that one. So like how we need to create SFTP account is like through PuTTY sessions. So first we need to log in through PuTTY. First I will show SFTP account creation. You can see. Then going to SFTP account. First of all, we learn this this command sudo root script rssh underscore user dot add dot sh. Then we'll get this an account got created. Then we can check the account. If you check the account details, then you will get like this all details. Then the second command will be how to mention it is never expire the account. That will be sudo change, and you can see the output. Correct, sir?
Correct, correct. Manas, go to the last slide.
This one.
In this, what exactly is mentioned, sudo means you are running one of the script, okay, that has been pre-created in the Manas company to create a user. Okay, Manas,
Yes.
whenever you get a chance, next time you will log in into this server, okay, check that what exactly is written into this script with the cat command. Okay,
I can show you now also, sir.
yeah, that is also fine. Means I can guess it, add user command will be there. Okay. Yes, go ahead, continue please.
Okay, then that's it. Then to check whether that username is created or not, we need to run this command sudo change -i username. Then we can get the account details, like when it will expire, everything. And one more thing, to make the user account never expire, we have to run this command.
Correct.
I'm now going to next slide. Then if any user, they say that account needs to be extend for only for 30 days, then we need to run this command at one specific date, then that will be this command. You can see the output also. To in some cases, some users say they need password reset for their account. In that case, we need to run sudo password that username. Then we need to type the new password and retype the new password, then it will update. After creating FTP account and SFTP account, we have FileZilla and WinSCP. In some company, FileZilla will work properly and WinSCP will not work. In that case, you have to install both. One may work, one may not work.
Correct. Most of the company WinSCP will work. Okay, and it will work. Okay, if there is no proxy issue, then it will work. Okay.
Yes, sir. So that in many companies they are telling you can keep both. Some cases this will work, some cases this will not work like that.
It depends on the developer what they choose. Okay. Cool.
So the same way, I have also some more command that is for FTP account creation. That is also same related to SFTP. And how to know it's an FTP account or SFTP account? We need to run this one, grep username /etc/password. That path only we can get it. If it is there sbin/no login, indicates that it's an FTP account. Here you can see the screenshot.
Yep, correct.
How to know it's an SFTP? If in that path, if RSSH is there, then it indicates it's SFTP account. That's all from my side. Last one. Thank you.
Cool, Manas. Manas, you have one more presentation, Windows administration details, patching.
I'll prepare that one, sir.
Okay. Be prepared, ready with the next week. Okay.
Yes, sir. Next week I'll do that.
Okay, cool. Hello everyone and good morning. This is the presentation which we are doing when our batch has been started and completed the 30 days. Means in the middle of the batch, we are doing this presentation. And this is the presentation for my student or from my student only who have learned from us. And this is from the batch 20 student. Cool guys, I think we can start the topic. Haji is not available at this point. He messaged me. So no worries. Okay, we can start with the Sai Kiran. Sai, you are here, right?
Yes, sir.
Sai, your presentation topic is QA roles and responsibilities. Okay, as
Yes,
I know, you are a QA engineer, so you can present your screen and explain to everyone so that what will happen, the cross learning will happen into the group, right? Because I want to make a DevOps engineer to you, and you are from the QA background, so it will be good that other people will get to know what QA people do. Okay, into your day-to-day activities, or as per your experience, you have to explain that what QA people do. Okay. Cool. I'm allowing you to share the screen. Okay. Yep, you can share the screen. I'm stopping it. Yep, Sai, we are able to see you. Cool. Yep, nice.
I all I'm going to explain about the QA. QA is one of the main team in a software development life cycle. After the developing the code by the developers, QA engineers will test that product and it is on the standards or not. What is QA? QA is a quality assurance. With the help of testing only, we can assure that this product is ready to launch in a product or in the public. Like that, we are knowing with the help of QA only. Normally in QA there are different type of testings. The first one is they have black box testing. Black box testing is without knowing the internal feature and internal code of the product, we are giving some inputs, we are getting some outputs. Like that, that is called black box testing. Coming to white box testing, with the knowledge of code and internal feature, what's going on, what is the product it is, then the testing is called as white box testing. Gray box testing is the combination of black box testing and white box testing. With the help of something, what's the code and what's the functionality, the knowledge, we are going to do gray box testing. And functionality testing and non-functional testing is, functionality testing is the features of the software product, like login pages, search bars, like that. We are testing like that, testing on the login pages or different features. That is called functional testing. Non-functional testing is we are testing the performance of the product, load testing, stress testing. This testing is coming under non-functional testing. Then this is the testing process. First, we are going to plan and test strategy. How can we test the product? What is the strategy of what is the sprint time? Then we are design the test cases based on the test scenarios, and we are going to build the test environment, and then we are going to execute our test case on the product, and we get some reports. We are going to assume that our report is equal to expected result or not. If not, then we are going to create the bug or issue. Then that bug is going to our development team or responsible person like product owner or stakeholder. Then Scrum Master, they are going to assign that bug to some developer, and developer again they are going to resolve it. And again, we are working on that resolved issue, that is called regression testing. This is the process what's going on in QA. And by the help of QA, we can give the assurance this product is ready for the release and satisfaction to our customer. We can improve our product, product quality with the help of QA only. We can increase our business also. We can satisfy our customers. We can give some standards that this organization is every time they are giving good products to the customers. Like that, with the help of QA only, it will be happen. And coming to automation, in traditional method, the QA is done by manual testing. In manual testing, the humans are testing on the product, like with the help of techniques like boundary analyzer, minimum maximum technique, and alpha numerical test techniques. We are all using these techniques with the help of manual testing. We are testing the product, but it will take too much of time to work on it, and it will take too much of human resource also. Then we went to automation. With the help of tools, we are testing the software product. Then we will get in less time it will happen by the help of automation tools. Coming to automation tools, we are normally using regularly in 80% of industry they are using Selenium, because it's open source. It's a web-based testing application. It will be suitable for multiple OS, like Windows OS we can use for Linux, we can use for Mac, and it will be multi-browser also, like Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, or Brave, Dolphin browser. Any browser we can use the Selenium tool. and it will take multi-programming language. We can't use, we don't say for one language we will use Selenium. We can use multiple languages in Selenium for scripting. That is the main future in Selenium. For functionality testing, for non-functional testing, we are using JMetter, like performance testing, load testing. Load testing means when we are getting huge traffic for our this application, then we will know that we can increase our instance, like, or we can increase our configuration of the hardware server. Then with the help of JMeter, functionality testing, non-functional testing only, we will get how much traffic this application can bear it. With the help of JMeter only, we will know that. But this total process is going on agile methodology. Agile methodology, they are dividing the work into sprint type. In 2 weeks or 3 weeks of time, we're taking into one sprint. For suppose we are in 5th or 6th sprint in the project, then we are raised the one bug in 3rd sprint. The developer has resolved it. This QA engineer, again, you want to go to the 3rd sprint future, and you want to regression testing we have done on that resolved issue. And then in that time, this QA engineer need to read the future again, what the bug, why he raised the ticket. This will take some time, and he disturbed in the present work. This is the main backdrop of the agile methodology. Then DevOps came into the frame. With the help of DevOps, we can in one place we can combine the developing team, operations team, QA team at one place. There is no limitations. There is no barriers in between them. In one, they can communicate directly. There is no miscommunication with them. Automatically, the QA team, if raise the bug, the development team directly they can know what is the bug, what is the issue, how can we resolve it. Like that, it will happen. In DevOps, we can say continuous testing. Continuous testing means when the QA engineer or raise the ticket, raise the bug with the ticket, we can using the Jenkins here, the Jenkins tool. With the help of Jenkins plugins, we are connecting that Selenium and JMeter to the Jenkins. Automatically, there have any issue, we are raising any bug in the tool, automatically that will be reflect to the responsible person, like a product owner or developer team. It will happen. We are in every stage we are going to test after coding. In monitoring stage also we are going to we can raise that bug with the help of the Jenkins and some automation tools. The development team immediately they can resolve it. It is a continuous process. There is no sprint type. They are not going to back or front like that. It is continuous process. When we are raising that bug, automatically they will issue that bug to the development team. Development team immediately they will resolve. They will work on it. It is the process, and that's why all QA are moving into DevOps. Thank you.
Correct. Sai, I think you've given a very good answer, that because you are dealing already with the multiple tools, right? You are already using the Jenkins. Integration of multiple tools are using with the help of Jenkins in your QA team, right? So with the help of, if you are learning that, if you will learn some more things with the help of cloud over the AWS, over the Google Cloud, or some more DevOps tool, then easily you can move into the DevOps, right? Cool. I accept your answer. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Guys,
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Any question with Sai? Because I feel he is very good into the QA. Guys, feel free to ask if you have any question. Guys, anyone has any question with Sai? Yes, no?
No, Vikas.
Cool. Good. Thanks, Sai. Mithun, you are ready? You are prepared?
Hi.
Yep. Hi, Mithun. Mithun, it will be good if
one
you
second.
switch on the camera also. It will be helpful.
Yeah, sure.
Good. And your topic is IT admin related activities, common issues and the
Yes.
solution related to the server admin related activities, Windows admin related. You can compare the Windows admin and Linux admin kind of role, how internet works, how AD works, means kind of overall system admin or operation related activities is your topic.
Yeah. Mainly for like prepares like a Windows administrator, like Windows related like DNS, DHCP, Active Directory things, and plus some end user related issues like operating system issues and few common issues.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you are ready with some PPT, it will be good if you will share it. Otherwise, you can explain it. Anything is fine.
Yeah, I can share my PPT.
Yep. Yes, Mithun, we are able to see your screen as well.
Okay. But, hi everyone. So today I'm planning to discuss few topics related to the common IT admin or a Windows Server administrator job role, what they're doing, like main like basic things about the DNS, Active Directory, DHCP, what is that, and how we can install and configure DNS, Active Directory, and DHCP in a Windows server, and how we can so some kind of common issues, operating system related issues, and some kind of application related issues, like what level 1 support technicians or IT help desk technicians normally they're getting. So those kind of like few like brief ideas about the operating system related issues and the solutions level, and little bit about the ITIL. So that's the topic. So when we start with domain naming service, DNS. So DNS, the primary function of a DNS is IP to name and name to IP conversion. That is the primary function of a DNS. So what is that mean exactly? So when we type something in Google, like www.google.com in your computer, the process is happening in the backend. So the www.google.com, the packet, it was searching for the IP address within the DNS in your local, it will search your local DNS at first. If there is any local DNS, it will go to the DNS and search for the corresponding IP address. If there is no IP address, it will go to the public DNS and it's again search for the IP address. And once it get the IP address from any DNS, it will go to the corresponding server. That is happening in the backend. So that is possible with the help of DNS and the name and IP to name, vice versa. The conversion is happening with the help of DNS. That is the primary function of a DNS. And so the DNS is also providing hierarchical structure. So what is mean by hierarchical structure? So hierarchical structure is nothing but it's the fully qualified domain name. For example, like cloud.google.com, that is a fully qualified domain name. So that consists of, so this is the structure of a fully qualified domain name, or the hierarchical structure. The hierarchical structure or a fully qualified domain name consists of two like root domain and the first level domain. For example, .com or .in, this is the first level domain. And a company or an end user or an end client, they cannot change this domain name. So this is called first level domain, and it's a non-organizational domain. So from second level domain, then users can choose which name they want. For example, facebook.com or google.com. So the Google part is coming in the second level domain, and we have sub level and host portion. The sub level, again, it is cloud.google.com. Cloud is the sub level, and the host portion also we can choose according to the customer or the end user requirement. So that is hierarchical structure. So that structure is providing with the help of DNS. So DNS is also providing a logical boundary. So once we install DNS and once we add the computers or end users or host system to the DNS, so that area becomes a logical boundary within the network. So that is provided by the DNS. And we have few more informations about the like it's mainly into the practical. While we configure the DNS, we need to configure forward zone and reverse zone. So first I'll explain what is forward zone and reverse zone, then we can start doing the DNS configuration. So forward zone consists of all the name and its IP details of the host. Reverse zone just opposite. It consists of all the IP and the name of the host. So that is reverse zone. This both things we need to configure to make a DNS up and running. So we'll check how the DNS looks like in your real time. So I just installed one Windows server. I hope you can see my screen.
Yep, we are able to.
Okay, so this is I just installed one Windows server. I don't have any clients here. So we can fastly install a DNS, and this one it's freshly installed and doesn't have any. It's not a domain actually. It's not a DNS server. So we can install the. So this is a Windows server looks like. This is 2012 server, almost similar to 2016.
Yep.
And the process is exactly same like 2016, even if it is 2012. Oh, sorry, 2022. The process is exactly same. So first thing we need to install the DNS application. So first we have to go to the tools to check all the services which we already have or which we already installed. And to install a new services, we have to go to add role and features. So from here, we can install, we can go to next and we can choose the applications by selecting the first option. And here it will show the server name. Here, the server name I provided server.devops.com, and the IP address it will show here. And from here, we can choose which applications we need. So I'm selecting DNS. Click on next, and we don't need to select anything here. Click on next, restart. So DNS, I think we don't need to restart the computer. Then just installing, click on next. Okay, so the installation is completed. Now we need to configure the DNS. So the primary thing is opening the DNS, and we need to configure like forward zone and reverse zone. That is the primary thing. So I'm just demonstrating, like, because we don't have any client system. So we just create the forward zone and reverse zone and see the host name is coming or not. So right click on the forward zone. Here it will show the server name like host name, like domain controller name. Here the name I put server, and right click on the forward zone, and you can click on next. And this is the primary zone because we are creating a primary DNS server. We can also create secondary DNS if we want, if we have a primary DNS. And step zone, I'll explain step zone after this. Primary zone, and the zone name should be the suffix name or the domain name. Here I selected devops.com. I already provided devops.com. That is the domain name for us. So both non-secure and secure dynamics, finish. Okay, then creating the reverse zone, click on next. This is also primary zone, IPv4, and the network IP address, that is the IP we have to give here. So in this network, I provided 10.0.0. Okay. Okay, so the forward zone, so we get the host, like the server IP address and server names, and reverse lookup zone, we didn't get the IP address. So for that, we just need to update the pointer records. Edit result. And this is the way we are installing the DNS, and all the host IP, and whenever we connect a new system here, we get its name, like the server name, it will come here, and the name, like server name will come here, or the host name will come here, and its IP will come here. So this is another example. Yep, this is another example I installed here. I think this one also has, because we don't have any client system, that's why we're not getting more details here. Yeah, here also I have only one system, like server and the IP address. So forward lookup zone consists of all the host name and the IP address. Reverse lookup zone consists of IP and its name. So this is the main function of the DNS, like basic setup of the DNS. So we can also check the point record. Let me open my PPT. In DNS, we also have a few other features like normal forwarding or conditional forwarding or step zone. So normal forwarding means, so in our domain, if we want to forward any packets to any custom domain or any custom IP address, we can do that with the help of normal forwarding. So whenever you search something like if you search www.google.com, you can configure that packet where to go through the DNS. So you can choose some random website and you can place that. So whenever any people search any website, it will go to only that domain. You can do like that. Or conditional forwarding. If you want you can configure any specific packet. If you want to forward to any specific domain name, you can choose that option with the help of conditional forwarding. And we have for step zone. So that is the partial information of any other zone. If you want to communicate with any other separate zone continuously every day, you can create a step zone. And so instead of going to the public DNS, the packet will go to your domain, and from the step zone, it will find out all the details, like host portion of the information it will get from the step zone and directly communicating with the client or client domain system. So that is step zone. And we have some important records with the in DNS. So these are the 7 primary records, which is very important in the DNS server or DNS systems. So these records named as A*AAA, NS record, SOA record, pointer record, like PTR record, SRV record, MX record, and CNAME. So what is A or A*AAA? As we said, this one has all the host details, right? So IPv4, A represented for IPv4, AAA or 4A represented for IPv6 details of the host. So A represents the host record, NS record represented the name server. So with the help of NS record, the DNS is providing the hierarchical structure or the fully qualified domain name system. SOA record is the start of authority. So this represented who has the starting privilege So it will represent it will show the domain controller in the DNS. PTR record, this is pointer record. This is also the host record, but these records will show in the reverse form. SRV records is helping all kind of services within the DNS. MX records denotes the mail exchange server. So in the domain, who is the mail exchange? So those kind of details will show in the MX record. CNAME is it's a canonical name. It's the alias name. So if we are using multiple aliases names in the DNS, all those details will get the details from the CNAME portion. So this is the DNS and the records and the way we are configuring it. So this is about DNS. So we'll discuss a little bit about the Active Directory domain system. One second, sir. So Active Directory domain system. So this is the core part of the Windows server. So once we install DNS, that area becomes a logical boundary. So once we install Active Directory domain service, so that logical area become more control, and it become the area after that we call it's a domain, and the system we are installing the Active Directory, we are calling as domain server, like domain controller. The main function of a Active Directory domain systems are it provides the authentication, it provides authorization, and it provides the administration. So what is authentication? What is authorization, and what is administration? So authentication means if any system or if anyone want to enter or exit from a domain, they need the authentication, they need the access from the domain controller. Means they need the user ID and password to enter into a domain or to exit from the domain. So these kind of things they need once we install the Active Directory domain service. Authorization means if someone want to change anything within the domain, or any client system want to install something or want to change some policies, they need permission from the Active Directory. So authorization is completely controlled by Active Directory domain services. And the administration, because the ADDS is having all the information about the host and the groups, policies, rules, and everything, data. So Active Directory domain controller is administering the domain. So these three is the key factor of the domain controller. So this is the things we need to choose when we install the Active Directory domain systems. So we'll start by installing how can we install the Active Directory, and the basic things we can discuss about the users and groups. So once we install the DNS, it will show here and it will show the green color. That means the DNS is up and running. So to install Active Directory, again, the same window, this is the server manager window, and go to manage, click on add role and feature, click on next, click on role-based or feature-based installation. Again, from the server pool, we are choosing which service we need. We need Active Directory domain service. So this one we have to install. Add features, click on next, and click on next, next. This one probably we need to restart the server.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so the installation is completed and we get a window like this. So we have to click on the promote the server to a domain controller. From here, we have multiple options. So I'm selecting the third one, add a new forest, because we are creating a new domain. We are creating a root domain or forest domain we don't have any sub or forest domain in this network. So we have to select the third option, and domain name should be the name which we given before, devops.com. I'm clicking on next. Okay, here I'm not selecting anything. So for a functional level, if we are using any kind of like older version of Windows Server to make it compatible with the system, like with the main domain, we can choose the older version, which one we need here. Taking some time. Okay, yeah, here we can choose the older version if you want, like 2003 or 2008. So any kind of sub-level domain, if anyone is using, we can choose that one. Forest functional level means if anything we are using in the sub-level domain. So the primary forest functional level, we can choose like that.
Type the password.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, click on next. Okay, delegations I don't need. Then click on next. And the domain name should come automatically resolved, and it should come here. Okay, so it's coming here. You can click on next. Click on next.
Some pre-request has been failed.
Yeah, but that's okay. This is the way we are installing the Active Directory. So I already installed here, and we can open the Active Directory. Yeah. From here, Active Directory users and computers. So once we install the Active Directory and once we configure the Active Directory, it will show same like this. So here we have many users, like all the users we are creating here, all the groups we can create here. So this is one users I created just for testing purpose, and this is one group I created. Like this, we can right click and we can click on new, and we can click on users. Like this, we can create the user and the password. We can provide the password here, and we can
Your passwords are different. Leave the password same.
yeah. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Test name test is issue.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, this time it takes. Like that, we can create a new user. And if you want to create a new group, that is also we can create from here, like new group from here. Also, we can create from here. Most of the companies, they create separate group here, separate folder, like they create a new organization unit, and they add all the users and group into that folder, same like this, a different folder, like that we can do. So this is kind of traditional way we are doing, and it's a kind of legacy method, the creation of Active Directory and managing all the users and its details. Also, we can go to, for more options, we can go to the properties of any users, and from here we can We have so many options here. We can choose the member of, like, we can apply some kind of policies or the customized group, like we can change their permissions level, what kind of rules they want, they don't want. We can remove, or we can add more roles, and some other options like usable option like profile. So here we can provide, like most of the company, they all the client system, like end users, like profiles, everything there, it's saving in the data center. So the use of that, wherever they go, wherever they log in, they get the data from the data center. So the profile is not saving to the local system. So those kind of settings we can do by giving the path here. So if you provide the data center any network shared folder path here, there both displays. So all their details will be going to the, like their desktop, their downloads, their documents, everything will go to the server data center. So the path we give here. Like that, this is the network folder. So when we give the network folder details here, it is added to the profile. It is added to the user, not the local system. So the person can go to any computer and log in. They get their profile from this path, and they can access all the network folders which we given here. That is the use of home folder and home profile. So this is a few details, like very basic information about Active Directory. And the same thing, currently it's replaced with, we studied like AWS IAM or Azure Active Directory.
Correct.
All these things we can use with the help of IAM. So this is the IAM window we have. So all these options we can perform here. We can create a new user here. We can create a new role here and apply that role, or we can create a new policies here and we can apply that policies to the roles or the users. So all these options we can perform with the help of IAM in AWS, and this is Azure platform. This is Azure Active Directory. Same way we can create a users here and we can perform the groups here. We can create a users and everything here. And we have so many options. So I'm just showing the how the interface look like in the new modern like cloud-based systems.
Correct.
So this is the replacement of AD. So these are a little bit about the Active Directory in Windows Server and what we have next. The next is DHCP. So what is DHCP? So if we have multiple systems, like if we have 100 or 200 computers in a domain, it's not practical to give the IP address manually to all the systems, right? So in that case, we can install and configure a DHCP server, and we can provide a range of IP address automatically to the client systems by mentioning like what range we want with the help of DHCP. That is the primary purpose of DHCP. So DHCP, how DHCP is working? So DHCP is working with the help of DORA process. So what is DORA process? Whenever we turn on a computer, so the computer is started discovering a DHCP server or an IP address. So by itself in the backend, any computer, it will start discovering the DHCP server when it's turned on. So DHCP server is always offering an IP address and it's ready to give the IP address. So if the client system find a DHCP server is in the network and it's ready to give the IP address, a client system will request for an IP address. That is request. So once the DHCP server find out a client system is asking for an IP address or requesting an IP address, DHCP server will give the IP address with an acknowledgement. That is the acknowledgement part. So together we are calling DORA process. So DHCP is following DORA process to get the or to give the IP address. In case if the system doesn't have the DHCP server, or if the domain doesn't have the DHCP server, so what the client system will get? So in that case, client system will get APIPA address by itself. So the APIPA address range starts from 169. So if, like, for example, if any tickets or any issues, if you're facing, the client is not getting the internet and their IP address range is showing 169 range, that means they are not able to connect to the DHCP server. So they are not able to get the IP address from the DHCP, whether from the Windows DHCP server or from the firewall, but they are not able to get the proper IP address. So we can check by checking the IP address range, which address range they are getting. So DHCP server is following DORA process. And this is the interface look like IPv4 like DHCP server. To configure a DHCP server, we have to create scope. So let me check. I have the DHCP server installed on my system. So this is also installed in the same way we discussed. We just need to go to the place here, manage, add roles and features. We have to just click on next and we have to select. And from here, we have to select DHCP server and we have to just click on next, and it will install. Once we install the features, we have to open the things from here and we have to choose DHCP. Then from here, we need to configure the DHCP. So how we can configure the DHCP? We have to configure the IPv4. The IPv4 and IPv6 will be there. We have to right click on the IPv4 and we have to create a new scope. From the new scope, we have to put a name here. We can put any name and we have to click on next and we have to provide the start IP range. So which IP address range we want, we can give that one. So I'm saying like 192.168.1.150. So this is the address range I want to give to my like end user system. So I can choose the range which address we need. And also, so this is already taken. That's why it's showing the error. So this is the one I configured already. So this is the range I given like 192.168 1.20 to 192.168.1.30. And this is the excluded IP address range. If you want to exclude some range, you can provide here. In the address pool, you can provide here. And the address list consists of all the used in like present like what are the IP address the system is presently using. The end user is using, all the details will come here. We don't have any clients, that's why nothing is showing up here. And we have few other options like reservation. If you want to give any specific IP address to any specific device using the MAC ID. So those kind of things you can perform here by creating reservations, the reservation name, and you can provide the IP address. And you can provide the MAC ID and you can click on add. So that device will get the static IP address from the DHCP. Correct. Scope option means some kind of additional information. For example, if you want, like we can give IP address to DHCP, but we can also give what domain name you want to the client system, what preferred DNS we want, what gateway the system has to get. All those kind of informations we can configure in the scope option. So scope option, I configured just two things from here. It is DNS server, that is the gateway 10.0.0.99. and the domain name like devops.com. Like that, we can create any options we want. Sorry, this is not the gateway. For gateway, we have to use the router. We have to use the router term, and we have to put the gateway option here. For example, this is the option, router option, and the router like 192.160.1.99. If I put this IP address, and if I click on resolve, and if I have the gateway in the network, it will resolve, and we can apply. So all the client system will get the gateway with the help of router option and with the help of SPOP option. Like that, we have so many options here. So commonly we are using router, name server for the preferred DNS. So those are the two common options we are using in the DHCP. So this is the brief information about the DHCP.
Yep.
So the next one. So reservation address pool, address list, we all discussed about all these options. So now we can discuss, a server administrator or Windows server administrator, this part of the basic things they have to do like most of the time, like DNS, DHCP, Active Directory. So this is the very common and basic service they are using in Windows Server. And the end user side, like level 1 and level 2 technicians, we can discuss a little bit of operating system related issues. So what are the operating system related issues normally we are getting? So the first one is blue screen, operating system loading error, or Windows system restore option. So blank screen, after booting the Windows, we are getting a blank screen, or the startup related issues. So if you get any kind of those issues, automatically we get a screen, and in that screen, we will be having an option called advanced repair or advanced option. When you click on that advanced option, you'll get a window like this. Usually level 1 technicians, they're doing like this. They will click on troubleshoot option. And once they click on troubleshoot, they go to the advanced option. If you want to reset, you can click on reset option from here, or the advanced option, you can click here. And from here, you can go to the system restore point. Like if we have any restore option enabled, we can restore the operating system, or we can do the startup repair either here or either here, and it will do the startup repair. But for doing these activities, we need to call the end users, or the end user has to do, or we have to physically present in the office or in the end user desk. So usually level 2 or 3 technicians, what they're doing is they are connecting their system through backend, through the RMM tool, and they access their command prompt through the administrator. All these options we can perform with the help of commands. So these are the common commands they are using to troubleshoot the operating system related issues. So the first option, SFC scan now. So SFC scan now, this will check the operating system protected system files, or the operating system related file systems. It will scan by itself if you run the command, and it will find out the issues, and it will repair the protected system files related issues, and it will resolve by itself. So the second command, we don't need, this is just to get the administrator command prompt. This third option, like SC config trusted installer start auto net start trusted installer. So this is using to make the trusted installer status to auto. That what does that mean? So what is trusted installer mean? So trusted installer will change Windows module installer status to auto. So Windows module installer is the service which is checking the Windows update and the like version update or any corruption update, all kind of Windows related updates with the help of Windows modular installer the system is doing. So when you change this option to auto, and when you restart after this, the system will automatically check if there is any updates regarding the file systems or any kind of error, if it can perform through the updates. So this option is using to make it auto. The other options like disk commands, this is the disk level. So in disk level, it will check the operating system related issues, like especially like boot options, like check health, scan health, and restore health. We are using to check health. Normally, it will do a quick scan and see whether the image is repairable or not, and it will give the status. Scan health means it will do a detailed scan, and it will show what kind of error the system files is having in the disk level. And restore health, it will restore all these kind of issues. The other option is boot track. This is the boot level option, especially like MBR, master boot record. It will check all the issues in the master boot record. So this is not one command, this is 3 commands. One is fix MBR, master boot record, one is boot track, and one is rebuild BCD. So BCD means it's the boot configuration data source. So it will rebuild the boot configuration data in the master boot record. So these are some very common and basic Windows related commands we are using to make a Windows up and running if the operating system have any issues with the file related or system protected issues or any kind of updated issues. So the next operating system, driver related issues. So if we have any kind of driver related issues, like the driver is not picking properly, or the audio device is not working properly, or the Wi-Fi device is not not working properly. So in that cases, we have to check the devices. So we can go to the device manager. And we can check all the devices. So this is the device details in my system. And if I have any kind of issues with any devices, first we can check the device manager and see whether the device is detected or not. If it is not detected, then it's maybe the device issues or the connectivity issues. If the device is detected and still you are not able to get the performance, for example, you installed an audio device or a graphics driver like graphics card, and if it is detected, it will show here. If it is not detected, it may be the connectivity issues or the device issues. And if it is detected, if it is not installed properly, you'll get a yellow color caution mark or some red color mark here. In that case, either you can right click and you can click on update driver. And the first option is not ideally good, like sometimes it won't detect automatically. So it's always good to download the driver manually from the corresponding website, and you can choose like browse options. Let me pick the driver and have a disk and choose that driver option from your local system and install manually. So that is the ideal way. So this is about the device manager and device related issues. And some other operating system related issues, like file opens in the wrong application. So this is another very common issue. Like most of the times, the level 1 technicians get a ticket. So for example, if they are using Google Chrome, and if they're opening, anytime if they're opening PDF files in a Google Chrome, it's not opening through the PDF application. It's opening through the browser, or it's opening through some other application. So those kind of issues, we can go to the default settings, default apps settings. And from here, this is the basic way we can change the default apps, but we can go to little more advanced by going set defaults by app. When you click on this option, you can choose which app you want to make a change. For example, if I want to make some kind of changes in the Google Chrome, I can click on Google Chrome, I can click on manage, and I can see all the related, like Google Chrome related files we need to check. For example, .pdf. So it's already Adobe Reader, like Adobe Acrobat DC. Instead of this, if it is instead of this, if it is Microsoft Edge, if anytime if I open a PDF file from a Google Chrome, it will open through the Microsoft Edge. Sometimes it will not be compatible and it will not read. So these kind of issues we can change by going to the default option. And this is very common issues, like level 1 technicians all the time they're getting like tickets related to these issues.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
And
The
it
next one is system.
can be fixed primarily by updating the software, updating the drivers.
Yes, yes. And some other issues like system restore. So we already discussed some operating system loading issues. So how can we enable a system restore? If something happened to the system level, operating system level, we can create a system restore point. We can enable system protections, and we can restore the system from the points which we created. We can use that option. So how can we create a system restore? For that, we have to go to the system properties.
Search restore directly. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we can go to system property. Yeah, this option, you can see a thing. Yeah. The first thing we need to enable system protection. Here I already enabled. So the C drive, it's under the system protection and it's enabled. If it is not enabled, you can select which drive. Usually we enable only C drive. So you can choose the drive which we want and we can configure and we can enable the system protection. Once we enable the system protection, we can create a restore point. How to create a restore point? We can click on the create option and we can put some name here and we can create a system restore point. I think it takes some time. But if you already, okay, it's created. So now this created a system restore point. And if you want to restore the system from that restore point, you can choose system restore option. And you can restore. Here I have 2 restore points. So we can select which one I need and I can click on next and it will restore to that point. So this is another like operating system related like troubleshooting issues. If you find any issues with the operating system or some kind of another issues like application related issues or something, or Windows updates related issues, either you can remove that update or you can do the system restore to a previous point just before the update. So it will fix that issue. And next one, it's related, this kind of application issues, OneDrive issues. So we have OneDrive. Most of the people nowadays in the companies, they are using personal OneDrive or their business related OneDrive. So how can we set the OneDrive? So this is my OneDrive settings from my system. Usually it show like once we install the OneDrive, it will show the right side of the system, and we can right click on the OneDrive's icon and we can click on settings. So we'll get the all information about the OneDrive. So here, if you want to add the OneDrive to your local system, you can click on the add an account and you can provide the OneDrive email ID and password, and it will add to the OneDrive. It will add your OneDrive and it will show this much space you have. Also, this will show in your file. This is exactly same like Google Drive, but this one has some other features. Like we can set up backup here. We can do the backup like Windows backup, especially profile backup. If you click on the backup options, if you click on the manage backup option, so here I already started back. It's already syncing my desktop documents and pictures. So if you doesn't enable the backup, you can choose this free folder and you can start backing up. So it will sync to your cloud space. So whatever changes you do in your computer, in your desktop, or in your documents, or in your pictures, it will automatically sync to the OneDrive cloud space. So the feature, the advantage, you can go to any computer. If something happened to your computer, you can go to any computer. You just need to download OneDrive and log in with your credential. So you'll get all your like desktop, like your profile. Technically, we can say your profile you'll get, like your downloads, your documents, your pictures, everything you'll get. So once we install this OneDrive, it will show here in the File Explorer. It will show here in the OneDrive, all the files you can see like this. Next, the problem, like what kind of issues we usually face. So in real time, people are using personal OneDrive. We, as a technical person, like we never suggest them to use their personal OneDrive in office laptop, but some people, they log in their personal OneDrive here and they use their business OneDrive also here. The problem, they started backing up, or they started taking the files back up to, some files will be in personal, some files will be in business, and something happened to their computer. When we restored their backup from the business, they will say that, no, my backup is not completely reloaded, or my backup is not completely restored. So for that, we always suggest them to use the business OneDrive. So for that, they have to uninstall the OneDrive, personal OneDrive from the systems. Sometimes even if they uninstall the business personal OneDrive, it will not go from the File Explorer. It will still show in the systems, in the OneDrive option, and they can simply log into the OneDrive. So those kind of issues, we can remove those informations from by going to the registry. So this is the registry options we are going, and by going to the registry, so here is the option HT current user. So in HT current user, we have to go to the software option. In software, we have to go to Microsoft option. Under Microsoft, we have to go to the Windows current version, and then we have to go to Explorer. In Explorer, desktop, namespace, and if it is personal OneDrive, this is the like 1FE6. This is the ID they will get. If they have a business OneDrive, they will be having one more entry here. So what we have to do is we just need to right click and delete the personal OneDrive option. So it will remove from the File Explorer. That personal OneDrive option will not show up in the personal OneDrive, like in the File Explorer. So this is like kind of tickets usually level 1 technician is dealing with. And another application related issues, Teams, Microsoft Teams is not loading. So usually the people, we can do like uninstall the Teams and install the Teams as a fresh. For that, again, we need to call the end users. We need to connect their systems. We need to do everything in front of them, or we have to go to the desk. So an easiest way to do these kind of issues, we can go to the app data like this, app data, and we can go to any application. We can go to any application loading issues. We can choose that application from here. So here I'm selecting Microsoft Teams. And from here, when we open that page, you'll get a window like this. And if they have multiple, usually they have so many files here that will be 2 gig or 5 gig or something. So just clean up this place. So what is exactly it is doing is it's resetting the app completely. It's resetting their profile, not the app. It's resetting their profile and reloading the app with their profile as a new. So we don't need to reinstall actually. We just need to clear up the temp data like caches from the folder, the respective folder, and it will completely reset the applications, which applications we are doing. It will completely reset the profile in the application and it will start as a fresh. So this one we can do from the back end. We don't need to remotely access their computer. We can just access their system through some RMM tool, and we can just access their file like manager, and we can clean up the space, and we can ask them to just reload the application. It will start working. So this is kind of another level 1 or IT admin level 1 technician getting issues like applications are not opening properly, like Teams, Google, like Zoom meetings, or any kind of application. If it is not loading properly with their profile, we can do like this.
Correct.
So this is some kind of very basic operating systems and application related issues. And the DNS records, we already discussed about DNS records. So this is about the Windows related issues and the IT operating system or application related issues, like basic, like brief information. Also, I have a few like very brief details about ITIL. So let me explain ITIL in brief. So what is ITIL? So ITIL is Information Technology Infrastructure Library. So what ITIL is using for? So ITIL it's a best practice, like it's using for the IT service management to improve the customer relations, increase the efficiency, or build a stable, or it's using to scalable like IT environment in a professional and a systematic way. So that is the use of that is the purpose of ITIL. So in ITIL we have mainly we have 5 stages, life cycle stages. We have service strategy, we have service design, we have service transitions, we have service operation, and continual service improvement. So this is the ITIL diagram, how it is look like, and the different stages, how it is look like. So when we come to the service strategy, that is the core part of the ITIL. So service strategy normally deals with the whole plan. Like when we start a project, the service strategy is the first thing we need to follow. It consists of all the financial management, like all kind of financial related issues deals with in service strategy, and demand management. So how the project is demand in a market, how can we make the project or product demand in market, all those kind of things we are dealing with the service strategy life cycle things. After that, we are going to the designing part, service designing, that is the next stage. So all kind of service level management, like SLAs related negotiations, the rate negotiations, and the service negotiations, all kind of security management or supplier management, those kind of details or those kind of things we are dealing with the service design. Once we design this, once we complete that part, then we are moving to the next stage, that is service transition stage. So service transition stage is more into the how we are we are planning to deploy the project or deploy to the operation or to the end users. So that is mainly dealing with the service transition, like mainly deals with the release and deployment management, and all kind of testing, service validation testing is deal with the service transition stage. Asset and configuration management and knowledge management, all those kind of things are dealing with the service transition stage. Once we complete the service transition stage, then we move to the service operation. This is the operation stage. This is the stage we actually deploy, and we are taking the feedback from the end user or the customer by we are taking in the form of request or in the form of incidents or in the form of problems. We are taking the feedback, and we are taking the issues, and we are resolving those kind of operation related issues in this stage. So this is the brief info about what is ITIL and what is the 5 stages in the ITIL, and how ITIL is working. And this is the more details about the each stage. So service strategy, we have so many sub level, like under service strategy, we have strategy management, demand management, service portfolio, financial management, business relationship, like that. We have so many sub level. Service design also we have so many sub level. So in service design, the important part is So yeah, service level management. This is one of the important part in the service design, service transition. All these are coming under service transition stage, service operation stage. These all are coming under service operation. These all are the sub-level things. So this is about ITIL. So when we conclude about ITIL, so ITIL is a best practice. With the help of this best practice, it will reduce the IT cost. It will enhance the IT services, improve the productivity, improve the customer satisfaction, and it will guide the address service management challenges. It will provide better communications, greater productivity, flexibility, and it will in result, we get a better product and better customer satisfaction with the help of ITIL. Yeah, I think that's my presentation.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yep. Cool, Mithun. This is really good. In short,
Yep.
have you ever worked or have you ever seen where the ITIL process has been used in your company?
We have
Chain management.
projects.
My question is going towards the chain management side.
No, because
Okay.
my part is completely different. I just prepared this slide for this presentation.
Okay. Cool. But Mithun, it's a really good. Okay. I thought means
thank you.
I can damn sure that you have spent the time on learning your previous experience as well. Is that agree?
Yeah, because we usually don't need to configure DNS and DHCP all the time. Once it is configured, it's it.
Correct. I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
so-
But see, it's a very similar, guys. In short, I can say that there is in the Windows, whatever he is doing with the help of system manager, we can run the command into the Linux and we are performing the activity. Like if we want to install anything, we want to do the setup, same thing. We can use the yum or apt command, or we can install the required tool. Or in the Windows administrator, yes, we have to use the device manager. We have to choose with the help of UI and we have to do the installation and then configuration part.
yeah.
Okay. And in now, AD is a traditional approach. I can say in short. Okay. Nowadays, most of the company who is using the cloud, they started using the IAM. Before IAM, everything is into the Windows server. There is a one machine,
Yeah.
the AD. And your detail, if you're working into one of the company, your detail is also saved into that. What is your role? When is your last day? When you join, when is your last day? Okay. If you are a contractor,
Yeah.
they will decide it. Or if you are a permanent
Yeah.
employee of the company also, they will extend it for the 1 year or 2 year max. Okay. And every year they are
Yes.
extending it. Like that.
Yeah.
It.
And IAM is more like user friendly. Like we don't need a like very big infrastructure. We don't need a like this installation part. We need to set up the Windows server and everything. But IAM, it's like a plug and play device.
Correct.
You just log in, register the device, start using it.
Correct. And the biggest challenge or biggest problem is we have to manage the AD as well. If your AD machine itself is not working, not responding, you are not able to log into any of the application. And it's a
lot of issues.
Yeah,
lot of issues like profile loading issues, like slowness issues, all those things. There should be a 1 or 2 person for the Windows Server administration.
For AD, there will be AD separate team will be required, because if you are not able to access any of the application, you will make as an outage. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you everyone, and thank you, Mithun. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. I'm taking the screen back. After Mithun, we have a Manas or Mayank. I think
Vika, shall I start? Because actually I'm supposed to leave around 5:30. I have an appointment with the doctor. Actually, I'm not well.
Okay.
Since
I think we can go into the reverse order, Shempa, and then we can come into the Manas and Mayank. Is that fine?
Yeah, but I have prepared for those 5 topics on AWS.
Okay, this one you are talking
Platform.
about. Shempa, what about this?
This one actually I was not well, so I haven't prepared for this.
Oh, okay. No worries. Shempa, I will give this opportunity to you. As you have a doctor appointment, you can take. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
And guys, no worries. Okay. As we are running today a little bit slow, we will take one more topic. Okay. We will complete this part. Okay. And Shempa part. And then we will come up again in the next presentation, and we will complete it next week. No worries. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, no problem.
Cool. Okay, yeah. One topic, Shempa, we are taking it today. Okay, and one more topic from the Mayank, Manas, and Shempa. If they are ready, we will take that part as well. Okay. Yes, Shempa, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Yep, you can. Yes, Shempa, you can share the screen. Yep, we are able to see.
Yeah, is it visible?
It will be good if you will switch on the camera, if possible.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It will be good, means at least students will know each other, right? That's really required, because if you will see Mithun anywhere, world is very small, right? If you will see Mithun, hey Mithun, we are into the same batch, like that. Yes, Shempa, go ahead, please. Yep, cool.
Yeah.
5 AWS services overview is your topic.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Today I'll talk about 5 AWS services. So let's start it. So first topic I have chosen is S3, that is simple storage service. So it is offered by AWS that provides object storage, like any type of object we can store, like data, code, and anything, file, folder, images. But the unique key is a bucket. We need to create a bucket, and then we can upload data, code, or something. And by using this, we can host a website also. I think that will Pile will demonstrate here. I haven't done it. So here, what I have chosen, like different type of storage classes. By using classes, we can set the lifecycle management. So the first is the standard IA. So if we are going to use a frequently accessed data, that can be stored in the standard IA. And the next is infrequent access. Sometimes we do not need some data regularly. So in that case, this type of data can be stored in infrequent access, like backup and disaster recovery data. And the third one is one zone. That is, it performs like a standard IA, but it will have only one availability zone. And the next one is intelligent. That is, it will help to move object automatically. And the next part is glacier. So it can be used for archive purpose. So it has two type, you can say, like instant retrieval. It is a very low cost storage for rarely accessed data. And the other is flexible retrieval, is also a low cost option for long lived data. It offers 3 retrieval speed ranging from minutes to hours. And that's all from storage. Next topic will be virtual private cloud. It helps you to enable virtual network in AWS that you can configure. And it will consist of root table, subnetting, and also IP addressing. Subnetting is like a range of IP address in your VPC. And once VPC is created, there will be 2 subnet, one private, one public. And while creating VPC, you can choose one availability zone, 2 or 3. Okay, but private and public 2 subnet will be created. And you can assign IPv4 and IPv6 addresses. But you need to, if you're creating, if you're creating VPC peering to connect to host to different VPCs, you need to give IP ranges, but with different ranges. Otherwise, it will show error. Okay, and in IPv4, we can use like VPC pairing, and IPv6, it is called egress thing, right? Okay, so okay, the next topic is CloudWatch. It is a monitoring tool in AWS. And by using this, you can monitor AWS resources like memory usage, CPU utilization, etc. And to achieve this, you have to configure a SNA. There is simple notification service. There you can put your email address, and by email address, you can get the notification, and you can get the alarm, you can say. So here is a screenshot I have taken from AWS console. So I have put my email address here, and I have configured SNS here. So suppose I'm taking a topic of CPU utilization. First, I will set the alarm if it reaches 50% or 70%, suppose. So it will trigger the alarm, and I'll get a notification through in this email. So accordingly, I can act. Or and second thing is I can set a utilization like 99% or 100. So in this option, you can set the action like if it reaches 100% utilization, either it can stop the instances, terminate or reboot, whatever you require, whatever the project requires. Okay, so and this is the CloudWatch, and the next topic is RDS. It offers the database service in AWS, and it is very easy to use, and it will it will create a minutes. It will create. I mean, it will you will create a database in a minute, and you can store data and by using this multiple instances you can create if any failover happen or availability, and taking a snapshot if you can create a backup of this, and it is a form of like table records fields. That is what is called relational database. And here actually I have taken a screenshot of my own project actually. So I have created one database which has one EC2 instance, and there I will connect the database. So I created PSQL, Postgres SQL. So this is the command host name, and then Postgres username password you have to give, and then you'll connect to the database. Here I have created a table with the name, address, and age, etc. It's a table form of Postgres database. So, and the last topic is EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud offered by AWS. It's nothing but a virtual machine. And there are there are many type of EC2. So first I can describe on demand. It is like pay for what you use. If you're using one EC2 with the CPU and memory, so and you need to run it for 1 hour or 2 hours, so you need to pay just that amount whichever you was running for 1 hour or 2 hour. But it is a high cost, and it's for long-term commitment and recommended for short-term and uninterrupted workload where you don't know or can't predict how the app will behave. And the next is instances. It is like a bidding thing.
Slow. Come back to the previous slide. Slowly, okay. It's a pay for what you use, means whatever you are going to use, they will charge you accordingly. If you will use for 1 minute, they will charge for 1 minute only. Okay. High cost, but no upfront payment. But if you will do your data center setup, it's required and lots of investment will be required. But if you need a EC2 machine, if you need any of AWS services, no upfront payment will be required. You can just use it. Okay, no huge investment. You can use the services, and you can click on click on the right buttons, and you can get it then. And there is no long-term commitment, as Shempa mentioned. No long-term commitment. Whenever you want to create, you can recreate anytime. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then go.
Okay. And the next is spot instances. It is like a bidding thing, a bidding purpose, like instances that you can lose at any point of time when the maximum price is less than the current spot time. And it is a most cost efficient instant, you can say. And it is it can be used for batch jobs, data analysis, image processing, any distributed workload, and only if take any flexible start and end time. But it is not suitable for critical job or database because it can be terminated at any point of time. Okay. And the next is reserve instances. It is like 75% discount compared to on demand, and then recommended for steady state usage application like database. And like company need to use this DB for 3 years, so AWS will give the more discount. If 4 years, 5 years, it will give a more discount, like that way. And the last is dedicated host or instances. Like it is like a physical server. The one hardware will be dedicated to you, and may share hardware with other instances in the same account, and no control over instance placement, can move hardware after stop or start, and it is more expensive. And it is useful for like BOY, like bring your own license. And for companies that have strong regulatory or compliance needs, like physical servers just for you. So that's all, I think. Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Wait. Guys, Shempa is
If you
prepared.
have any question, ask me.
Yes, definitely. Lots of questions will come. Guys, you have to ask the question because Shempa has prepared 5 topics from AWS. Come to the very first, S3. One by one. Yep.
How can upload an app from EC2 instance to S3 bucket?
Go back. Shempa, come to the first slide. I will help you out. No worries. Okay. Let them ask. Okay. First, try to give the answer.
Because how can I upload an object from EC2 instance to S3 bucket? From EC2 instance to S3 bucket.
I think with the help of CLI, we can do that.
Yep. There is a command. Straightforward. Okay.
And, I want that command.
Yep. CP S3 and give the S3 name and the location. Yeah, column will be there in between. Okay. There is a straightforward command. I will give it to you. You can run that command. First, keep one file into the EC2 machine, any of the Linux machine. From that machine, make sure you are into the same VPC. If you will choose the another VPC, it will not work. Same VPC. I will give a command. You can run that command and the file will get transferred to the S3. Okay, Harish?
Or else you can get it from Amazon AWS document. There is a command for the CLI command.
Yep. Good. Shempa is prepared. Shempa is prepared. Yes. Yeah, Harish, go ahead. What's your second question?
Because how can I transfer data from one S3 bucket to another S3 bucket in same on-premises zone?
See, that is not possible. Okay. Same, either you can use with the help of same CLI. There is a SCP CLI command is there. You can transfer it, but it's not recommended. If it's a small data, you can do it. If it's a huge data, 10 TB of 100 TB of data, they are not allowing that part. You have to purchase another service acceleration to transfer the data. If you will put one time, what I did, around 30 TB of some data was there, and we have to move from one S3 to another S3. Okay. And what we did with the command, we are doing it. So it's taking hours or years to copy from here to here. Then we have to purchase another acceleration service into the S3 so that it will be fast or
no, because
Harish,
no, because AWS data sync option is there. Recently, AWS is giving.
Correct. Data sync, you can use it, but it's not free. You have to pay the fees.
Yes.
Okay, you have to pay.
No, that option is available now. I'm asking.
That option is available. That type of options are available. But see, not always for every requirement we will use service, right? A lot of options are available with the help of CLI commands as well. Cool, Harish? Yep.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Shempa, go to the next topic, VPC. Guys, ask one question at least for VPC also.
Sorry, Vikas. What's the difference between this S3 and the local disk that we attach to the VM? Sorry.
EBS.
Normal.
EBS.
S3 and EBS. This is your question. What is the difference between S3 and EBS?
I'm not sure about all the services, but I'm just asking how we connect the local disk to our laptop. We'll have a local hard disk to store all the files or whatever it is. So that is pertinent to our laptop, right? But what is the difference between that thing and the S3 buckets? Let's say I have deployed a EC2 instance.
Wait, Aditya, your questions are not very correct. Okay, be into one topic only. Don't go into the deployed part. Be into here only. What is the difference between EBS, or your question is what is the difference between your local hard disk and S3? This is your question?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Shempa, give the very good answer, please. Okay. This is one of the interview question. You can say very simple interview question.
EBS and S3.
No, he is not asking about EBS. Local disk and S3. Just compare it. Just give the comparison difference.
Differences between both.
Yeah, see, the local address is used for storing data backup. Okay. And S3 also, by using bucket, you can store data, code, or object. So
S3 is technically unlimited. Okay, when you will talk about the local machine, it will be maximum 500 GB, 1 TB or 10 TB, right? But
yeah.
your S3 is technically unlimited. You can store n number of unlimited of data.
But I think there is a limitation because like
Yes,
5 GB or 1
5
TB, after that it's
5 TB,
chargeable.
yes, 5
Yeah.
TB for the free account, there is a limitation. Okay, but for the enterprise, if you will use 4.5 GB or around 5 TB, they will allow you or they will increase your quota. It will be like that. Okay, automatically it will get increased. You don't have to do anything. If you will upload around 4 TB of data already into the drive, into the S3.
So we can attach S3 to a specific to some VMs or something like that.
Yep,
Is it?
but it's not required. No need to attach it. Aditya, I think you haven't seen any of the AWS classes, right? Yes or no?
No, I am new, so I just started with the DevOps.
Correct. Okay, you are new, so leave that questions. Okay, because your questions are not very correct. That's why.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sarji,
हाँ Manas, go ahead.
how to archive data from one bucket?
How to archive?
Yeah.
What is
Life
archive?
cycle management or the Glacier thing you can say.
Shempa is prepared now. Okay, cool. Yes, Manas got the answer.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep, good. Yeah, Shempa, go to the next topic. Next slide. Yes.
In VPC,
CloudWatch.
Okay.
VPC. Okay, Harish, do you have any question?
what is the difference between NAT gateway and internet?
Can you repeat it? What is the difference between
NAT and internet gateway?
Harish, I think that we have already discussed into the classroom. Same question. Okay.
Okay.
Leave it from there. Yeah. Come into the new. Yeah. CloudWatch. Yeah.
So for IPv4, we use peering. What we use for IPv6?
Hey, I already told while presenting.
So sorry, I didn't remember. That's why I'm asking again.
Egress, EGRESS.
Correct.
Egress.
Okay.
So it's the
Yes.
same. Other question is, what about like ingress and egress traffic? We use the same for AWS as well, ingress and egress.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
yes, one is for IPv4, one is for IPv6 traffic. That's the biggest difference between ingress and egress. Okay, that is for AWS VPC topic. Okay, and in the Kubernetes, it's a little bit different.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, there is one question, at least for CloudWatch also. No question, then it's okay. Shempa, go to the next topic, RDS. Guys, any question related to RDS? No. Okay, cool. Then good. Shempa, very good. Okay, your presentation skills are really good. Okay.